I'm sure this is a God-given project because how it started is really a mystery. I was working for the Ministry of Health as a public health inspector at Madam Ombero Health Center. And I had condemned Nyamashato Primary School because it really had poor infrastructure. There was no sanitary facilities. There were no protected water source. The classrooms were pathetic, dilapidated, and no staff houses at all. So I had actually recommended that the school is not fit for children to be at. The school was not a good environment for learning. So I had actually recommended that the school should be closed. There are some children who are not coming to school. On research, it was discovered that these were orphans. That is 2001. They were dressed in tattered clothes. They were malnourished. They were not participating effectively at school. Ralph and Roberta Pippet now had an overwhelming support that they were getting from the Presbytery Church. As I'm speaking now, there are two strong organizations that exist in the United States of America, which is the Zimbabwe Mission Partnership, the Renewed Hope Charitable Foundation. These organizations are pooling resources for what has happened in the school.
The school has a total enrollment of 750 children. Of these, 123 of them are having their fees paid by Hcoc.
So now, it was now building the school infrastructure. We started with the toilet, the water, the staff houses, classrooms, and this was done to almost 4 schools in our catchment area. Guja Primary now does have a first look. Inyaguyu Primary now has a first look. Nyamashato Secondary now has a first look. And the Nyamashato Primary is one of the best schools in the rural district of Mreo. And the schools are receiving a lot of prizes in terms of the best improved schools. To produce food, we used to have shipments of maize, shipments of beans, and we said there must be a symbiotic type of relationship between the donor and the receiver. We now have programs in which we are producing the staple maize. We are producing the vegetables that are required. Now we have 11 hectares of land that we have been given by the government, that we have been given by the community.
I'm holding the position of a project officer. Right, I manage the Moringa project, the poultry project, the horticulture as a project also. Right. Now we are standing right now at the Moringa plot. To begin with, we have got compost making in progress.
That some of our children were fainting because of lack of food. So Hcoc has got feeding center where these children get assistance in ensuring that they have good nutrition.
As we are speaking now, we do have kitchens in 3 schools taking care of all the orphans that we have.
My name is Hcoc. I am responsible for administration and finance at the Hcoc Orphan Care. As an organization, we are managing to achieve the majority of our plans, and we feel, though we feel there are some areas which need some bit of attention, so it is our plan, it is our wish as an organization that we from this end we begin to embark on income generating projects, so that we don't 100% wait for the donors to inject some funds for us. So it is our wish that at least we get some funding along those lines, so that we can be self-sustaining in future. I think
we started providing uniform. Up to as I'm speaking now, we do have an industry that is manned by women, that is doing the jerseys, that is doing the uniforms, and right now as I speak, you cannot differentiate a child with parents and a child without parents.
Thank you. You are also providing school uniforms for us to wear. It's difficult for one to come and distinguish between a privileged child and a less privileged child, because we have all been made the same by you.
We now have a dispensary that is taking care of children that are HIV positive. We used to bury them.
We have many orphans on ARVs, and they are now doing quite well. Before, we were burying many orphans due to HIV, but now, since we introduced this dispensary, we have managed to save the lives of so many orphans. Right now, we are operating in a small space in which we are doing all what is wanted for the orphans, what is also wanted by the school children and the community at large. We also need an X-ray. We don't have an X-ray at the moment. We are traveling a distance of about 35 kilometers to get.
My name is Florence. I'm working here in the dispensary at Hcoc.
Hcoc has been doing a lot of great things at this school. They are helping a lot of students. They are helping a lot of children. There are children that are in families that are child-headed, but Hcoc is doing a great job.
We always go for visiting our orphans in the community to see how they stay and how their food being stored. where they are sleeping. If they don't have, we have to see what to give to them, like food, even something like clothes, blankets, especially at this time of winter.
We are the children of tomorrow. We are the leaders of tomorrow.
Your efforts will not go unnoticed. We are definitely going to achieve greatness because you are doing your best to help us. I want to thank you all for supporting Miss Pipet in all her endeavors. She's doing a lot to help us as orphans.
Thank you. I will give you a round of applause. Thank you for doing. And what you're doing has been helping everyone in this community. Thank you. Thank you. We want to thank you forever. And we shall forever thank you.